Hey y'all, it's me again. Welcome back to the podcast, and today we're going over part two of the Electoral College. Now it's more going to be about the popular vote and the role of the Electoral College. Okay, let's get started. The president and vice president of the United States are not elected directly by popular vote, but rather by electors. Individuals who are chosen in the November general election and the presidential election years. Known collectively as the Electoral College, it is this an entity that votes directly for the president and vice president. I don't know how else to explain that. Each state is allocated a number of votes of electors equal to the number of its U.S. senators plus the number of U.S. representatives. When Americans vote for a president and vice president, they are actually voting for presidential electors, known collectively as the Electoral College. It is these electors chosen by the people who elect the chief executive. Okay, the Constitution assigns each state a number of electors equal to the combined total of the state senators, which is always 2, and the House delegation, which may change each decade according to the size of each state's population as determined in the U.S. Census. Each presidential election year, a group, ticket, or slate of candidates is nominated by political parties and other groupings in each state, usually at a state party convention or by the party state committee. It is these electoral candidates rather than the presidential and vice presidential nominees for whom the people vote in the November election, which is held on the Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Yeah. In most states, voters cast a single vote for the slate of electors pledged to the party presidential and vice presidential candidates of their choice. However, the slate winning the most popular votes is elected. This is known as the winner-takes-all system or general ticket system. Maine and Nebraska use the district system, in which 2 electors are chosen on a statewide at-large basis, and 1 is elected in each congressional district. Electors assemble in their respective states on the Monday after the second Wednesday in December. They are pledged and expected, but not required, to vote for the candidates they represent. Separate ballots are cast for president and vice president, after which the Electoral College ceases to exist for another 4 years. The electoral vote results are counted and certified by a joint session of Congress held on January 6th of the year following the election. A majority of electoral votes, currently 270 out of 538, is required to win the election. A majority of... If no candidate receives a majority, the president is elected by the House of Representatives, and the vice president is elected by the Senate, a process known as a contingent election. Now, aside from members of Congress and employees of the federal government who are prohibited from serving as electors in order to maintain the balance between the legislative and executive branches of the federal government, anyone may serve as an elector. Okay, since electors are often selected in recognition of their service and dedication to their political party. They are often state elected officials, party leaders, or people who have a personal or political affiliation with the presidential candidate. The process for selecting electors varies throughout the United States. Generally, the political parties nominate electors at their state party conventions or by a vote of the party's central committee in each state. Now, the founding fathers devised the Electoral College system as part of their plan to divide power between the states and the national government. Under the federal system adopted in the Constitution, the statewide popular vote has no legal significance. As a result, it is possible for the electoral votes awarded on the basis of state elections to produce a result different from the nationwide popular vote. The electoral vote totals determine the winner, not the statistical plurality or majority a candidate may have in the nationwide vote totals, hence the popular vote. 48 of the 50 states award electoral votes on a winner-takes-all basis, as does the District of Columbia, which is D.C. Okay, for example, all 54, I believe it's 54. Anyway, all of the electoral votes of California, electoral votes go to the winner of the state election, even if the vote is split 50.1% to 49.9%. Now, electors can switch votes, but in reality, never do and likely never will. There is no constitutional provision or federal law that requires electors to vote according to the results of the popular vote in their states. Some states, however, require electors to cast their votes according to the popular vote. These pledges fall into two categories: electors bound by state law and those bound by pledges to political parties. In the 21st century, it is rare for electors to disregard the popular vote by casting their electoral vote for someone other than their party's candidate. Electors generally hold a leadership position in their party or were chosen in recognition of years of loyal service to the party. Throughout United States history, more than 99% of electors has voted as pledged. Where am I? And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And, I guess, yeah, so that was part 2 of the Electoral College, and we may do a part 3. I'm not sure. I'll look more into it for extra info and all that. Okay. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, subscribe, leave some comments if you like to. I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.